Welcome everyone. Welcome to my channel TG Study. I am Tanmoy Ghosh. We are back with a new video. Today's topic is surveying. In this video, we will discuss the introduction of surveying. It is part 1 of introduction of surveying. In this video, we will cover what is surveying, object of surveying, uses of surveying, and types of surveying. And part 2 of introduction of surveying, I will discuss the remaining parts of introduction. So keep support and watch my videos. Before entering today's topic, I want to tell something that if you are new in my channel TG Study, so do subscribe my channel TG Study and to press the bell icon for such new topics. So let's continue today's topic. Hello everyone, we are back with a new video, that is introduction of surveying. I will cover total introduction part of surveying. It is part 1 because the introduction of surveying is too big, so I am divide this topic into 2 parts. If not, the video would be too big. So don't skip the video and please watch the full video. I think this video will be helpful to you. So at first we have to know what is surveying. Surveying is the art of determining the relative positions of different objects on the surface of the earth by measuring the horizontal distances between them and by preparing a map to any suitable scales. Next, what is leveling? Leveling is the art of determining the relative vertical distances of different points on the surface of the earth. Next, what is object of surveying? First is the aim of surveying is to prepare a map to show the relative positions of the objects on the surface of the earth. Second is the map is drawn to some suitable scale. It shows the natural features of a country such as village, town, roads, etc. And next, maps may also include details of different engineering work such as irrigation, canals, railways, etc. Next point, what is the uses of surveying? To prepare a topographical map. What is topographical map? In this map, which shows the hills, valleys, rivers, forest of a country. Next, to prepare a cadastral map. Cadastral map means where showing the boundaries of fields, houses and other properties. Next point, to prepare an engineering map where show the details of engineering work such as roads, railways, irrigational canals, etc. Next, to prepare a geological map which shows areas including underground resources, and to prepare archaeological map where ancient places exist. Next, to prepare a military map showing the road and railway communication with different parts of a country. Such a map also shows the different strategic points important for the defense of our country. Next is to prepare a contour map where to determine the capacity of a reservoir and to find the best possible routes of roads, railways, etc. Next, classification of surveying. Survey may be classified as primary classification and secondary classification. The primary classification may be 2 types, plain surveying and geodetic surveying. At first, plain surveying. We know that the shape of the earth is spheroidal, so the surface should be curved. But in this surveying, the curvature of the earth is not taken into consideration. Plain surveying is done on an area of less than 250 km square. In this surveying, the surface of the earth is considered as plane and a line joining any 2 points is considered as straight. Next point, the triangle formed by any 3 points are considered a plane triangle and angles of the triangle are assumed to be plane angles. And last, plane surveying is conducted by state agencies like irrigational department, railway department, etc. Next, geodetic surveying. In this surveying, the curvature of the earth is taken into consideration. Next point, this surveying is done over the area greater than 250 km square. The line joining any two points is considered as curved line. The triangle formed by any 3 points are considered spherical and the angles of the triangle are assumed to be spherical angles. Last point, geodetic surveying is conducted by the Survey of India department. This is the difference between plane and geodetic surveying. যদি আমরা বাংলায় এটা এক্সপ্লেন করি, প্লেন সার্ভে কি বলছে, আমাদের পৃথিবীটা একটা গোলকাকৃতি, ঠিক আছে? তো প্লেন সার্ভেতে এই যে গোলকাকৃতি ব্যাপারটা কনসিডার করা হচ্ছে না, কিন্তু জিওডেটিক সার্ভেতে এই গোলকটা কনসিডার করা হচ্ছে। সেকেন্ড পয়েন্ট যদি আমরা বলি যে প্লেন সার্ভেইং ছোট একটা এরিয়ায় করা হয় যেটা কিনা 250 কিলোমিটারের মধ্যে, কিন্তু জিওডেটিক সার্ভেইং যেটা সেটা বড় এরিয়ায় করা হয় যেটা কিনা 250 কিলোমিটারের বেশি হবে। এবার সার্ভেইংয়ে যখন আমরা দুটো পয়েন্ট জয়েন করি তখন স্ট্রেট লাইন সেটা হয়, কিন্তু জিওডেটিক সার্ভেইংয়ে আমরা যখন দুটো পয়েন্ট জয়েন করি তখন কার্ভ হয়। ওকে, secondary classification. Based on instrument, survey may be classified as 6 types. First is chain surveying, compass surveying, plane table surveying, theodolite surveying, tachometric surveying, and last photographic surveying. Next, based on methods, this is 2 types: triangulation surveying and traverse surveying. Next, based on objects, it may be 4 types: geological surveying, mine surveying, archaeological surveying, and military surveying. Based on nature of field, this may be 3 types: marine surveying, astronomical surveying, and land surveying. And further, land surveying is divided into 4 classes. First one is topographical surveying, second is cadastral surveying, city surveying, and engineering surveying. Next, what is the principle of surveying? There are 2 principles of surveying. First one is to work from the whole to the part. Second is to locate a new station by at least 2 measurements from the fixed reference points. According to first principle, the whole area is first enclosed by main stations and main survey lines, then establish the secondary control station and lines, where main station is called controlling stations. Next point, the large area then divided into a number of parts by forming triangles. For example, when we survey a town that is a large area, here we can see this A, B, C, D, E, F point is controlling point, means main station point, and then we have to divide the main station point into triangles. After that, then these triangles are further subdivided into small triangles. Okay, next, according to second principle, the new station should always be fixed by at least 2 measurements from fixed reference points. Next point, linear measurements refer to horizontal distances measured by chain or tape. Here we can see P and Q is known station and R is unknown. So by this we can measure RS and QS. Then here we can see P and Q is known station, and by this we can measure, by this process we can measure PR and QR. Next point, angular measurements refer to the magnetic bearing or horizontal angle taken by a prismatic compass or theodolite. Here we can see By this angle alpha we can measure QR. Here P and Q known station. Also here we can measure by this beta angle QR value, length of QR. And also P and Q known station. By this alpha and beta angle we can find the length of PR and QR. Next, type of measurement. The measurement may be two types, linear measurement and angular measurement. At first, I will discuss linear measurement. Method of linear measurement. First one is by spacing or stepping. For rough and speedy work, distance are measured by spacing. It means by counting the number of working steps of a man. Next point, the working steps of a man is considered as 2.5 feet or 80 centimeter. Next, by pesometer. What is pesometer? Pesometer is a small instrument just like a stopwatch which is used for counting the number of steps automatically by some mechanical devices. This is a pesometer. It is mainly used when a very long distance is to be measured and when it becomes very difficult to count and remember the number of steps. Third method is by speedometer. This device is mainly used in automobile engineering for recording distances. Fourth is by pedometer. This instrument directly gives the distance by multiplying the number of spaces with the average space length of the person carrying the instrument. Fifth method by odometer. An odometer is a simple device which can be attached to the wheel of a vehicle. This is odometer. The odometer registers the number of revolutions made by the wheel. Next point, the distance covered is equal to the product of the number of revolutions and the perimeter of the wheel. Next method by measuring wheel. It is a wheel fitted by a fork and handle. The wheel is graduated and shows a distance per revolution. There is a dial which records the number of revolutions. This is the picture of measuring wheels. And last one is by chaining. This is an accurate and common method of measuring distances in survey engineering. In this method, the distances are measured in the field by chain or tape, and there are various types of chain used in measuring. So here I conclude the part 1 of introduction of surveying, and next lecture I will conclude the remaining part of introduction of surveying. So keep support and watching my videos. If you like this video, please like the video, and if you are new in my channel TG Study, do subscribe my channel TG Study and to press the bell icon for such new videos. And if you have any doubt or questions related to this topic, so please comment us. And if you think this video was helpful to you, so please share this video with your friends. So thank you. Thanks for watching.